Umi has released quite a lot of phones this year, and the Umi Plus Extreme or just E is probably the cheapest smartphone with 6GB of RAM and pretty powerful processor. My name is Linus and here's the full TechLineHD review. When it comes to the design, we're looking at the all-metal phone, well, except for the top and bottom parts for antennas. The build quality is good, there are no moving parts, and the buttons do not rattle like on some other phones. Well, the only thing that some users may not like is the sharp edges on the backplate. Also, the backplate attracts fingerprints and smudges very easily, which are visible on the black metal surface. We have a 5.5 inches 1080p display, which is pretty sharp, vibrant, and it's a really nice panel overall. A nice touch is a customizable LED notification light, which sits next to the 5MP camera and navigation buttons. You can choose between the on-screen keys and the capacitive keys and change the position of them. I love the fact that the physical home button can be just tapped as it serves as a back key. Also, it has a fingerprint scanner. It's quite accurate, but sometimes the display may light up a bit slower if you unlock the phone straight from the standby mode. A customizable shortcut button is a pretty nice idea, but it would have been nice if it worked from the standby mode. As for camera, we have a 13MP Samsung shooter with a dual-tone, dual LED flash. The loudspeaker sound quality is kind of mediocre. I would love to hear some more rich tones and balance. The sound quality via the headset jack is really good for the price of the phone, and that is thanks to the built-in hi-fi audio chip. As far as the specifications go, the Umi Plus E is quite a beast. It has an octa-core MediaTek Helio P20 chip with a clock speeds of up to 2.3 GHz, whopping 6GB of RAM and 64GB of expandable storage. The gaming performance is great. I played some games like Asphalt 8, Nova 3 on the highest graphics, and the Umi Plus E handles them absolutely fine. Also, I didn't notice any overheating issues even after 30 minutes of gaming. The Umi Plus E ships with a pretty much stock looking Android 6.0. There are not too many features to talk about except for those that I have already mentioned, like customizable navigation bar and LED notification light. Most importantly, the Umi Plus E is a fast phone on the daily basis and you can keep a lot of apps opened thanks to the 6GB of RAM. I didn't have any issues with the phone's daily performance no matter what I did with it, and that is really awesome. The camera department is where the Umi Plus E could be better even though I tested the camera on a cloudy day. Well, you can get some decent looking photos and I see an improvement over some previous Umi phones. However, the daylight images could have more detail and sharpness. Also, the colors look a little bit washed out in some of the shots. The dynamic range and white balance adjustment is not always accurate. The low light camera performance is not so great either, even for a sub $200 phone. The images lack in detail, there is a lot of noise and a visible purple tint in most of the shots. The selfie camera is okay and it will definitely do the trick for social media. However, I would love to see some more sharpness and detail in the photos. When it comes to video, the footage does not look really good. You can now shoot in 4K resolution, but it looks just like an upscale 1080p video. The major problems are the aggressive color and auto exposure shifting. Also, the footage could look sharper and there could be less noise. When it comes to connectivity, the Umi Plus E performs great. I didn't have any issues with Wi-Fi or call quality. The GPS works fine, but it's not as accurate if you use it for walking slowly. If you use it for driving, it works just fine. When it comes to battery, the Umi Plus E is a great performer as it ships with a beefy 4000 mAh unit. I could get over 6 hours of screen time on the daily use, which is a great result. Also, the phone ships with a fast charger and I was able to fully charge the phone in around 1 hour and 30 minutes. The Umi Plus E is another cheap phone from China that aims to deliver a lot of value for about $230. Well, it definitely succeeds in a lot of ways. The UMI Plus E is a really powerful phone, and that translates to a great day-to-day and gaming performance. Also, the device has a nice and sharp display, the user interface is simple and fast, the phone is nicely designed, and it uses premium materials in the construction. In addition, the battery life is great and you can charge it up quickly. On the other hand, the camera still remains the weakest point of a UMI smartphone. While it's not terrible, we have some strong competitors that produce better quality images and videos. At the end of the day, the UMI Plus E is probably the best UMI smartphone I've tested, and it seems like a very solid phone for the price, if you don't mind just an average camera performance. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and as always guys, if you have any questions, please drop me a comment down below. Also, if you're new to the channel and if you like the videos that I make, please subscribe. If you want to get all the latest updates, please follow TechLineHD on social media like on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. See you soon.